Wham.
A bit George Michael. A bit wham.
You've heard of the naked chef? We've got the naked skipper now. Looks like he's wearing a white t-shirt, but he's not.
Sometimes way too much.
Okay, ready?
Alright. Listen. All one species showing how to dive again. It's been such a long time.
Welcome back to Bailiwick Guernsey Shipwrecks, everyone. And at the moment we are on the, well, we call them the slag beds, and that isn't a derogatory term. That's just because these little stones here are burnt coke or slag, which was out the old boilers for the steamers. So it's not a bad area for scallops, but then again it's not the best. And there's a lot of rubbish here because we are so close to the harbour. But let's see, I can see a few from far away because the Viz is just absolutely stonking yet again. Turn the lights on, you can see these little stones, slightly purple, but they are actually black, like little burnt bits of coal. So let's go on, let's see how many scallops we can get.
Your bird's here, Jeff. Your bird's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Many thanks, we'll have our dog back out. Let's head on to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just dropping off now. That's perfect.
$10 dozen,
I think so.
at least. I can hear air.
I'm amazed there's any left there.
I can hear air
You'll
leaking
make
from
my
somewhere.
great grandkids happy. They love watching their puppy.
Is he? Have you got a bit of an air leak there?
Don't matter.
Oh no, it doesn't matter. it's
just means less-
stopping.
Less bottom timing.
Yeah.
It's going to fall over in a minute. Let's sit down. Jeff Belshaw, the extraordinaire.
Okay.
And he's done.
Yeah, well, there's a story about that.
Who ran it over then, Dennis?
When someone runs your rope over, they got to get you some new stuff.
It had that rope from Man and Boy, yeah?
It did, it used to coil lovely in the bucket, but now...
For a week or two, we had it in his bucket still using it, but it was just like tightly coiled in little bits. It's horrible.
It's like a telephone cord. A well-used telephone cord. So, let's have a look what scallops we got.
Not as good as last
Not
week.
as good as normal.
Who cares?
It's going to be close between me, you and Paul. I think Paul had some decent ones as well, didn't he? Our sponsor, States Dairy.
65 to beat.
65 to beat. But no, it's going to be close, I reckon. Next tank. Next dive, ammo wreck, Matt.
Fresh tank.
Fresh tank, ammo wreck. Earned some money for diesel now. Don't feel too bad. I reckon he's done it. I reckon he's done more.
60.
Hey, see you trying to steal mine then? I don't think you need to steal any. With the gauger. Keep an eye out for boats.
$70.
70. Well, I don't think I got 70. Might fill the rest of that crate. Let's count mine. What's the little shackle for on the chain down there, Matt?
That one?
Yeah, that one there.
So you can turn the anchor over.
Oh, so you can trip the anchor.
There's a carabiner on the other end, and you just literally turn it over, click it on, and then it comes up the...
Like an umbrella.
Yeah.
So it doesn't snag on anything.
Well, I had to put that because I changed the carabiner to a different type, and it's too big to go through the links of the chain. So I've had to put something in the middle. But
Yeah.
it works well. It's only been snagged once.
So far. We do so much diving.
And then it spent a holiday in Alderney for 6 weeks.
Yeah, unfortunately. But it's all good, it's back now. It's back home. Jeff's Boff's back on the boat. And where's Jeff? There's Jeff. Here he comes.
Good job there was a leak in my tank.
Yeah.
The sack was full, I wouldn't have been able to fill it.
Ah, so we got big numbers coming up. We got Jeffrey Belshaw numbers.
Couple spares there, Jeff?
Couple in the hand, that's always a good sign. 3 in the hand.
2 in the bush?
Yeah, that's a saying.
Is it?
I don't know. 3 in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, I don't. That's Jeff's technique. 45-degree angle tank on the back.
Are we alright for 3 o'clock down there?
We got 2 o'clock on the at the moment.
No, you've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
I think we can probably dive it half an hour before anyway.
Yeah. We're going to chuck a hook in it. So just as well you run out of air then. No more room in the inn. A bit of a lean on the boat. Oh yeah, they're even trying to swim out the top. There's that many of them.
Just jumping out all the time.
I think my 160 was a good guess.
I think we might have been beaten.
Yeah. Yeah, we said 65 to beat, not 165.
I was right where the anchor, you know, that the cruise liners and that been with their anchors dragging through.
Is there big channels in the sand?
Yeah, quite big channels too.
That must be a bit disturbing for them when they start dragging their anchors.
That is a lot. Oh, I'd say 50 kilos. How does he drag that round
I
the
don't want to
sea?
drag it around the bottom.
How does he drag that?
I mean, even a dry sink, you can put a bit of gas in to give you a bit of buoyancy. He hasn't got it, huh?
He's got no buoyancy whatsoever. Oh, well, let's let him tip him out and let's see how many he gets.
And I'm sure the rest they ain't gonna do.
159.
In fact, I know they're not gonna do because they're going over the side.
Randomly, that's what Richard had the other day. He had a 158 and a 159. So maybe your next one you can get a 158.
No. And they're either nice stuff or...
Yeah, I think you beat us.
Three of them are. In fact, if we added two of us together, he'd still beat us.
He did, he would have.
If we added three of us together, he'd still beat us.
Beat 3 amateurs.
I was filming.
What? Yeah, same as me, I'm always filming. What's the tide looking like?
0.3 of a knot.
0.3?
Nearly there. Well, we're on the outside at the moment, so I'll go back inside.
Yeah.
Have a look.
And what would you say your ideal is?
What?
0.1 of a knot before you shut it, or?
Oh no. I think I'm checking now. I'll chuck it in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I might go half a tank if it's south. If it's running south, if it's not running south now. Are you going to fire the shot over now?
Just going to give it 5-10 minutes, I think. It's such a big nip, I think we'll get away with earlier, so...
Oh, I could go into it.
And here we go, what I like doing the best. Diving shipwrecks. Let's see if I can just find out where the shot line is. Can't find. There it is. I can just about see it. Let's follow it down to the shipwreck. Still a little bit of tide running. You can see it slowly oscillating left to right in the tide. As we drop down through the water column, I've got my food for my congers. Or I might just give that to Matt when I get to the bottom. So I don't really want to lose my fingers. Not that I don't trust the congers, it's just the congers' eyesight actually isn't that good. They rely a lot on smell. And once you start touching this as bait and you got a bit of smell on your gloves, don't blame them if they end up biting you. Welcome to the ammo wreck, or give it its correct name, the Dr. Rudolf Waffendorf. Some more dueling enemies. I never see them on shipwrecks. Seems to be loads and loads more lately. Anyway, back to the shipwreck. Sunk in July 1944 by air attack by the Avengers of the 850 Squadron Fleet Air Arm. It was originally started its life as Prince Rupert, and it was working out of Bremenhaven in 1928. In 1939 it was taken over by the Kriegsmarine and armed to use as a light escort and patrol vessel. It was given the number VP 209. Just over 45 metres long, 7.5 metres wide and 3.5 metres deep, and about 381 tonnes. Quite a small vessel, but a cracking dive. Really starting to fall apart now. There's a head here. This is a gun shield, just laying on the side of the wreck. A lot of the guns have been salvaged and taken by divers years ago. Some are in museums. Others are just left to rot. So, food time for the congers. I think I'll let Matt do this. Plenty of dueling enemies of all different types and colours. Like I say, never see them on shipwrecks, and now they seem to be loads. Probably because the sea temperature is warming up, but then again, that's only me just guessing. Just trying to feed them. These are scallop frills. A bit smelly because they were from yesterday's dives. Just need to get the scent in the water, because these congers, they don't really use their eyesight that much. What they do is they end up using sometimes touch with their nose or smell. As you can see, all the smaller fish want to get something to eat. These two will be females. Oh, it's just eating a bit. See, now it realises we're there not to hassle them, but just to give them some food. Should be a little bit more willing to show off for us, play with us, come out and trust us a little bit. Don't know if it's just me, but congers are so similar to dogs. Like the way they look, the way they act, the way they're a bit nervous around you to start off with, and then the way they become playful. Check how good it is at going in reverse. Look, it can go backwards just as good as it can go forwards. So if it gets scared, it just scurries backwards into the hole it just come out of. So just at another piece. It's getting used to us now. Just pan around, see if there's any other things that we can feed. Visibility is absolutely amazing. Again, we've been lucky. We've been sport this year for visibility. Oh, a little fish, little tampot blenny stole some of the food. You see there's scratches on these congers. Don't know if they've been caught by fishermen or they just get into fights on the wreck, or maybe just they just drag their sides on the wrecks. Here it comes. It's coming out now. Another fish swam off. So this isn't being protective or anything, it's just probably can see the light on the front of Matt's camera, so it's just come out to have a look. But as Matt moves his light, it spooks it and it quick swims off back to the safety. So silky. So that's all the food gone now. So let's take a swim around the back of the shipwreck. Matt's just going to put the plastic back in his pocket and then we're off. So we leave our strobes on there. I don't need to turn them on. Visibility is brilliant and we know this shipwreck inside out, literally inside out. So Matt's going to, I think Matt might have forgot his strobe, so he's going to just find something else to put on the line. Just to let Paul Carre know that we're actually still on the wreck. Our little calling cards. So we've kicked up a bit of dust now, unfortunately. Yeah, he's leaving his delayed on the line. More dueling enemies. I'm going to have to bring my macro down and film them with the macro so you can get a good old look. first started diving this was actually a room you could swim in with a ceiling and walls. Now it's all pulled apart.
Okay.
Dueling enemies again.
Oh, the fire.
Cool. So, me and Matt had an idea. Let's go off and find the Ro-Ro ramp. What's the Ro-Ro ramp? The Ro-Ro ramp is a float that was on the end of our old roll-on, roll-off ramp in the harbour. It come to the end of its useful life, and it was brought out here and sunk. It was actually cheaper to sink it and make it into an artificial reef than it was to cut up. And to be honest, I think it's a brilliant idea. It's always nice when you get a massive shoal of horse mackerel just streaming past your head, especially when they're only about a metre away. As they go past, you can see every individual little eye staring back at you. There's always loads of different types of fish on this thing. This is like, it's basically a square box, or very close to a square box, and it's full of wrasse, different types of wrasse. There's combers, there's pelting, there's you name it. Even here, look, there's a big old lobster just in the end. He's lucky because I don't think anyone can get to him. Again, look at that, jewelling enemies, nice purple jewelling enemies. We have had slightly warmer waters. There's a big fish down there, a big wrasse, ballan wrasse. We have had stronger. Oh, okay, we've got to head back. Because it's at 30 metres, you don't get much time. I haven't looked at any statistics on water temperature, but it seems to be clearer and warmer for longer this year than it has in previous years. There's an old hatch door. Not quite sure if this is the top or the bottom. Looking at the hatches, it's probably the top. Now we just need to remember, swim north 30 metres and you should come back up against the shipwreck again, towards the stern. There's plenty of scallops here, there's loads. But I'm not down here for scallops, so they can stay there. It's their lucky day as well. So as you head back to the shipwreck, you should see a little bit of wreckage which is here on your left hand side. Not quite sure what it is, but that's a nice easy way. 1 minute left. And we're going to have to start going up. And here's the shipwreck. I'd love to go down towards the bow, but that's the deepest part. It's about 32 metres, 33 metres at the front. Or we can just carry on around here. I'll tell you, there's one thing I haven't done in a while, and that's swim through the rudder hole. So let's give that a go. No surprise there, the propeller's already been salvaged. Here's another Ballon Ras. Potentially it could have been the one that I just seen. And we're back to where the shot line is. And there's Matt. Matt's just following me. Loads more life up the sides. When you look up from down here, it looks tropical. I mean, I've been on worse dives in Egypt than this. And you can see these pelt are just literally pouring out the side of the boat. This is where the Avengers dropped bombs. Basically, this tall thing straight in front of us now is the funnel. Apparently a bomb went down inside this and blew it off, and it's now landing upside down on the seabed. Haven't got much option now, but just to mill around here and have a little look around. Just taking the stern area. And here's our mate Paul. He's okay. He's just pointing to one of the congers. Oh, it's out, a free swimmer. Let's chase it. No bottom time left but air. Decide to push the limits a little bit. Doesn't matter if we get a few minutes of deco. It's just too good to go up this early. In her life pre-war, she was actually a Finnish steam trawler. This is one of the winches at the back, pulling the net in. You can see Paul pointing here, he's found something. Normally the shipwrecks get loads of fur on it, not quite sure what it is, some sort of hydroid, but today seems to be less hair on it. Probably because the water temperature is higher, but I don't know, just guessing. Never seen the detail of this winch looking this good. Let's see what Paul's found. Ah, it's a crayfish. I'm ready to go up and no one's looking at me. No one cares. Oh, Matt does. Going up? No. Matt's not looking either. Shall I just go? Don't know. Shouldn't really go. I should tell someone. I'll just grab my strobes and make myself scarce. Going into deco now. I haven't got too much deco. Might as well work my way up. Paul's looking out. I'm going. Yeah, he's seen.
Bye bye, Shipwreck.
Just wish I could stay longer, but we can't really because we're starting to clock up quite a bit of deco. To some divers that come up and doing their deco stop, divers below them can be a bit of a pain really because all these air bubbles get up underneath them and it knackers up their own buoyancy, tries pushing them back to the surface. I'm the opposite. I'm like the crabs off of Finding Nemo. I just love these things. As the other two were probably on nitrox by the looks of it, or they've just skipped their safety stop. Left on my own. That's what diving's all about. Little bits like that, little tiny glimpses of stuff is sometimes better than being drenched in it all the time. But I haven't seen horse mackerel for a while. Matt's seen horse mackerel on the first one, so if you check out his video you'll see horse mackerel. I really enjoyed that, and the ammo wreck I was starting to get a bit bored of, but some other people joke saying that's our house wreck because it's so close to the harbour. We dive it all the time. You know you are if you're watching this. But no, I enjoyed that, and now it's a matter of time of get out of this wet stuff and get ready to go back to shore. I've got stuff on the lens, if to excuse me, it's a bit of talcum powder or something on there. And yeah, bank holiday Monday dive. It's just nice to get out, and Paul Kari came with us because his boat's out of the water now, so he come out with us. So almost coffee time. I'm going to wait for Jeff to come back and we'll see how many he's got, and then we're going to head in, so we'll be back in a second.
You didn't do as well that time, Jeff. Only 150 this time.
I told you I wouldn't get as many.
I know, there looks quite a lot in there.